Have you ever played an entire argument or a text conversation in your head, absolutely certain that the other person was upset with you? You read into the short text message or lack of it, only to find later they were just dealing with a personal crisis that had nothing to do with you. We do this all the time. We think we are reacting to reality, but we are not. Neuroscientists have found that the left hemisphere of your brain acts as an interpreter. It absolutely hates missing information. So when it doesn't have all the facts, it simply makes them up. You're not seeing the world as it is. You're seeing a distorted reality perfectly customized by your own mind. And today, we are going to talk about how to finally break out of that echo chamber. Welcome back to Unburdened. I am Madhukar. Today we are diving into the final piece of the 4 mindsets framework, the Yogi. We are going to explore how your brain traps you in a false reality and the exact mindset shift required to finally see the truth. To understand why we get trapped in these mental loops, let's look at a scenario that happens every day. Imagine it's 4 p.m. on a Friday. You get a sudden message from your boss that just says, "Do you have 5 minutes to chat?" Instantly your heart beats faster, your breathing becomes shallow, and in the span of 3 seconds, you convince yourself you're getting fired, or that the project you just submitted was a disaster. You start mentally rehearsing how to defend yourself. You hop on the call, bracing for impact, and your boss just asks if you know where a specific file is saved. Why did your body react as if a lion just walked into the room over a harmless question? Because of this one truth. Your brain is not trying to show you reality. It is reacting out of the past that it is accustomed to. In the past, every time you were caught off guard, every time you were unfairly criticized or deeply rejected, your brain did not just move on. It stored that moment as a warning. So when you encounter a new ambiguous situation, like that vague text message, your brain doesn't look at it with fresh eyes. It filters it through your past. If you're blindsided by failure years ago, your inner defender mindset assumes this new message is a threat. Your negotiator mindset starts spinning excuses to protect your pride. Your giver mindset starts feeling guilty, wondering who you disappointed. You aren't seeing the present moment. You're shadowboxing with ghosts. You're reacting to a world that does not actually exist out of your own head. So how do you stop fighting ghosts? How do you clear the fog? You have to step out of the story. You have to be a witness to the story instead of being a part of it. In other words, you have to activate the yogi mindset. The yogi is the part of you that transcends you, your ego, your identities, your responsibilities. The yogi does not try to protect your pride. It does not try to win the imaginary argument. Instead, the yogi acts as a silent witness. Think of your mind like a lake. When your defender, negotiator, or giver is triggered, the water is disturbed, creating waves and ripples. When the water is churning like this, the reflection on the surface is completely distorted. You literally cannot see through the water. The yogi mindset is simply the practice of letting the water settle. When you approach life with the yogi mindset, you become a witness watching yourself and your life from a distance. You are aware of what is going on, but you have given up the ability to judge, react, or choose an alternate. This is choiceless awareness. When someone criticizes you or a plan falls apart, The yogi does not immediately jump to, "Oh, this is a disaster. How do I fix it?" Instead, the yogi just observes. Think about how you look at a sunset. You don't try to control it. You don't judge it. You don't take it personally. You just watch it happen. What if you looked at a stressful email the exact same way? At a cancelled flight? At your bid on a dream house that fell through? When you strip away your desperate need to control life, your grip loosens. You begin to realize the failed project is not a reflection of your self-worth. It is just a problem that needs extra attention. The cancelled flight means coming up with a plan B. The house? There may be another house that is meant for you. With the yogi's detached outlook, you finally see the truth. And in that truth, there is an immense, unshakable peace. But getting the water in your mind to settle takes practice. You cannot just command your brain to stop overthinking. You have to train your nervous system to let go. To help you clear the fog this week, I want you to use a practice called YOGA NIDRA, also known as non-sleep deep rest. It is a guided 20-minute protocol where your body enters a state of deep relaxation, but your mind remains completely awake and aware as the silent witness. Neuroscientists have found that this practice significantly dials down the default mode network, the exact part of your brain, when overactive, is responsible for making up those anxious stories about the past and the future. I have linked several guided sessions down in the description. Try one tonight. Let the water settle. Let peace envelop you. With the yogi mindset, you gain a power that you don't have to believe every story your brain tells you. When you learn to step back and just witness the moment, you are not relinquishing your responsibility or weakening your resolve toward your goals. On the contrary, you just stop carrying the invisible weight that is not really helping you in any way. If this episode helped you see things a little more clearly today, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be caught in their own echo chamber right now. And don't forget to try Yoga Nidra. I'm Madhukar. This is Unburdened. See you in the next episode.